dynamic, special event. And the other thing, knock on wood, is that I swear every year I can't remember. I don't think I can ever remember poor weather. Maybe one time's maybe a little overcast, but I mean, and I have the photos to prove it. Man, we're talking crystal blue skies.
That's amazing. Well, they picked a great time of the year.
Yeah, well, it's October. Yeah, it always works out. The one, they did pivot in 2020 where they had basically, they had
an
what was
indoor,
called a drive-in.
I'm sorry. Yeah, not indoor.
Kind of a drive up, like a drive-in movie theater where everybody actually drove in and they just charged you by the car and you drove into the, and you actually parked, next to each other. They were kind of spaced out a little bit. And everybody stayed in their car. Well, I guess you could get outside the car, because people had chairs and stuff. But you're basically self-contained, as a family or as a because this is obviously 2020 back when.
Yeah, they did not cancel.
No, they did not cancel.
Yeah, they have not canceled.
The show must go on. Apparently,
there are some shows that must go on.
I mean, I think literally that was the only event that went on as and even they had.
Dude, I thought Kills and Wheels was gonna. I thought the show must go on at Kills and Wheels, like it has for weather in the past. But dude,
as somebody that was a member, a member of Lakewood Yacht Club, I mean, let's face it, the average age of the membership at Lakewood Yacht Club is a little bit, so they took COVID seriously over there. I remember, they
did not want to cancel it, but dude, it was definitely something to consider. You're right.
No, I mean, I the whole yacht club is, in general took COVID very seriously because, it was scary in the beginning, But anyway,
back to
that.
But
we got through it all.
Boom. So I'm excited, dude. I can't wait to go over there. It's been years since I've went. I've missed it for whatever reason, here or there. It's right in my backyard. I get to luckily see the planes fly over and see all the action and people talk about it, but I actually want to go to the show and see it. I have gone and drove up to some of the secret. Now there's the people that park on Highway 3 and like all the normal spots. I know some secret spots to hang out. I grew up in Clear Lake,
so the park off of Clexie Boulevard, and a lot of people go there.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff off Old Genoa.
Right. Even Space Center, you can kind of
there's some spots. And if you didn't grow up in Clear Lake, or I know people that work at Ellington Field, and they've been scouting these roads forever, and these old railroad tracks and places where you can see. But no, I'm excited to actually go to the show this year and see it. I mean, it's amazing. They, like you said, it's one of the biggest in the nation.
Oh yeah, it's one of the top air shows.
It's amazing. So, and Ellington, my goodness, so much just history, and it's in such a strategic location, and so. Parked in our area, this Bay Area, this Clear Lake, this the waterfront capital of Texas. I mean, that is like a major airport for this. Kind of opening to the Gulf.
Well, now it's a spaceport.
I mean, dude, name a bigger airport south to Ellington. I mean, you got Hobby, you got Ellington, and then you've got Galveston Airport. The rest are all small regional. I mean, Ellington's the largest. Known military base at this point, and maybe there's some old history in the Galveston Airport. I don't know with Schroebels or whatever airport. But Ellington, dude, a lot of history there.
Yeah.
So they picked a great spot for it, and dude, like I said, it's right in our backyard. I grew up in Clear Lake. It's literally Ellington Field is the edge of Clear Lake. It's crazy.
And it's active, man. I'll tell you today, my office is right there at the corner of Highway 3, Lake City Boulevard. I'm in I have a corner office. And,
John.
Corner office with nothing but windows. And today, actually, I'll show you some video I shot today. So today, there's a combination of things going on. There was one of those big old AWACS planes, the big 747 with the big old, like the big disc on top. That's like a military radar. This one was military related.
Okay.
And it appeared to be doing touch and goes, which is coming in to land, touchdown, and then taking off. But it actually wasn't landing. It would just kind of coming down like it's going to land, but then power up.
Before wheels never touched the ground.
Wheels never touched down. Okay. It was doing loops all day today, and then there was a bunch of fighter jets that were kind of that were also doing the same thing.
Dude.
Oh yeah. You can see the guppy. You
Which
see
is
the
back. It was many years we saw the guppy, and then I don't know where it went or what happened, but we didn't see it.
Yeah, I've seen it recently.
It's been back the last couple of years.
Super guppy's back.
Super guppy.
You see the T-38s, which are the astronauts. The astronauts are flying around in those all the time.
You see zero gravity planes. Going out there.
The vomit comets.
Vomit comets. Any sports team that flies into Houston to play. Well, not any. Half of them fly into Hobby. Half of them fly into Ellington. They do not fly into Intercontinental. A lot of sports teams fly into Ellington. Any ambassador, president,
I was about to say, if Air Force One comes to Houston, they're flying in the Ellington.
And not just Air Force One. Like I said, the president of Saudi Arabia, the ambassador of Germany, think of any king, any sultan, I'm serious.
Right.
It flies into
right.
Houston. They fly into Ellington, dude. That's the kind of private military / just. I don't know, dude. It's right there.
No, it's where all the military pilots fly in when they're visiting. I mean, it's quite. And of course, the biggest development is it's now
know what it is.
It's the most recently FAA accredited spaceport.
Spaceport, yeah, dude.
Spaceport Houston.
Really, wow.
And the amount of construction that's going on the far side of the airport, the Space Center Boulevard side,
which wasn't even connected to Pasadena at one point.
Right.
Me and John are like, wow. At one point, they were like two different places.
Yeah. But so it's really exciting with all these space startups and the VC finance space companies, the Axiom Aerospace, NanoRacks. There's too many to even name. That are all based here locally.
Axiom.
That are about to be doing some really cool and are doing. I mean, heck, we had a SpaceX. SpaceX has a presence here. Obviously, a huge presence in Texas, whether it be the rocket facility, testing facility in McGregor outside of Waco, Texas, or down in Boca Chica. The whole SpaceX facility down there on the coast south of Corpus.
I wish they launched. So today, speaking of space, they launched. There are astronauts in space
on their way
now.
to the space station.
They're on the way. Me and John touched base on this a little bit last week, but we were talking more about Launch Artemis.
Yes.
So this is a little bit different. There's the whole privatization and thing going on with space right now. So there's different launches going on, but they have had 5 successful launches through SpaceX through NASA. I wish they launched them in Texas. They don't.
But they will. They will down.
Like they do Blue Origin in Texas, which is kind of interesting, you know. But different concept. Anyways, in Cape Canaveral today, in the same place me and John said that they had actually backed up, and they're different launch sites.
Yes.
As far as I know, they're different
launch pads.
but they're both in Cape Canaveral, different launch sites. But dude, 5 or 6?
How many SpaceX flights?
No. 5.
Oh, how many astronauts?
Yeah, today. 5, right? 5 went up?
I want to say at least 4 for sure. I know there was a cosmonaut in there. There was I think the first Native American / first female commander of a SpaceX flight. So I think a lot of firsts today.
Yeah.
First cosmonaut to go up in an American rocket in I guess 30 years, so way beyond any of the most recent shuttles, so I guess I know cosmonauts went up in some shuttles along the way.
And I have to say, John, I do have to say everything that's going on with us in Russia right now,
crazy.
There's a lot of stuff going on, but I have to say that I think that I'm proud and pleased that we're still honoring our space agreement with the cosmonauts. Their times are trifling, but dude, we traded. They took us up. And then we're going to take them up, and I think that we should for the better of all races. Dude. I mean, dude, this is everybody. We need to be up and up on the space thing, and I think that right now it's very competitive.
Yes.
China, and there's a lot of people involved. They're going to build their own international space station.
Oh, yeah.
Russia's involved in that too.
China's building a moon base on the dark side of the moon that we can't even see right now. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, there's no China. And that's why it's good that we're back in the back things. We're moving forward, right? I mean, this was always the argument when they stopped the shuttle, and they were really kind of really de-emphasizing human space flight. a couple administrations ago. You know, you don't. We were the first to the moon, but you know that, and that's great. We planted a flag, but the second country to get to the moon, I think they have more ambitious plans, especially if that's China or Russia. So,
right.
You know, it's in our best interest. I mean, it's,
well,
they say the high ground.
Militarize. We're different in what we're looking to achieve. They, you know, if they build another international space station, is it going to be militarized? And you know,
oh yeah, well then there's all the well,
you know,
we know Russia's. You know, they just actually recently. Well, you know, relatively recently experimented with blowing up one of their own satellites, right? Of course, you know, so to prove that they can. So they're obviously, I mean, you know, so that's kind of an aggressive move. And of course, we've really transitioned from Weekends in the Water now. We're Weekends in space, but that's
Weekends on the Water is based in the human spaceflight area.
We're the home of human spaceflight. So, I mean, obviously, you know, Russia recently blew up a satellite, which caused a lot of problems. If not, you know. I mean, first of all, it was an aggressive move. Is flexing their muscles, showing that they could do that, which is a threat. But then also it created a crazy amount of space junk. That's a threat. It was even a threat.
Right.
They actually
China's created some space junk too.
China's done the same thing. So, I mean, you know, it's unfortunately sometimes Russia and China aren't the most responsible with their, you know, what they're doing in space. And, you know, the good thing is, I know the astronauts and the cosmonauts, I mean, the people that are actually doing it, you know, are kind of looking beyond the politics and, you know, and all that. You know, obviously the head guy of Roscosmos, you know, the Russian space industry has said some very provocative things since the war started. But he's also
backed up on some things recently too, you know, but like, he said some things that were out of line, but then, like I said, it all kind of, we have worked together since then.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we have a cosmonaut just went up today,
exactly.
So
but there's been stuff even prior to that. So, like, you know, like let that be taken with a grain of salt. Like the mission goes on, but we do need to be aware. We need to be on top of it. We need to be active, and we can't let anybody, you know, take advantage of that. And,
true.
I'm glad they're going up there. They're working on stuff. They're trying to get the International Space Station. You know,
well, think about what a blessing it is that we now have the commercial space flight companies we have, including, you know, SpaceX for one, because that's now
what sets us apart, John.
If it wasn't for
Russia had SpaceX, if China had SpaceX, it'd be a different ballgame.
Well, think about what a threat.
They don't.
Think about how much SpaceX has hurt the Russians, because we were paying millions and millions of dollars for our astronauts to catch rides on the Soyuz. You know, which is 1950s, 60s technology too.
Dude, I mean,
but reliable.
Ride that?
You know, and not only SpaceX, but now we have Axiom Aerospace that's, you know, trying to build their own space station. So because truthfully, I mean, the way things are going and some of the things have been said, and you know the way things are going right now.
I didn't know they were trying to build their own space station.
Yeah, that's actually one of their main.
The fact that there's a mock-up of the space station in that building.
Yeah, the Fry's building.
I didn't know there was such a
cool connection
to the heart of the company.
No, the head of Axiom Aerospace was the NASA lead for the ISS for many years.
Jesus,
yeah. No, so it's great that we have that or soon we'll have that capability, so we're not, you know, reliant, you know, like in SpaceX is an example. I mean, we're no longer reliant on the Russians to get us up into space.
You
know, because they even joked about, you know, using some kind of trampoline or something at one point because we had no other way to get to space, right?
Yeah.
Now we have SpaceX, which is, you know, it took many
fifth mission.
I mean, well, I guess if it's the fifth mission, then it must be the fifth crewed mission.
No, it's fifth crewed mission.
Yes,
John's correct.
So,
fifth crewed mission.
So they'd been taking supplies up before they got crew certified. I mean, you know,
the fact they've even had people. They think NASA. You know, when's the last time that NASA went up to the space station or NASA went to the moon? But SpaceX has gone up there 5 times in the past couple of years.
I mean, last time NASA went up to the space station was the last shuttle. Not even the last shuttle, because the last shuttle didn't go to the space station.
So, I mean, this is pretty amazing, guys.
Yes.
I mean, it's.
I guess it was 2011 was the last shuttle mission, I think. So I mean, we're more than 10 years, 11 years.
Yeah.
That's
incredible. So.
And I remember,
they're happy to do it. I mean, dude, these people are like, let's go. Like they don't work for Elon Musk. Like, you know, these are literally NASA astronauts.
Yeah.
They're just, giving them the shuttle, baby.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's.
I mean, there have been private astronauts that have gone up on SpaceX.
Sure.
Even I think there's even actually they partnered with Axiom and sent
sometimes they're ex-astronauts.
True.
Well, which are private, but ex. You know,
true. Yeah.
But they're,
or we'll say ex-NASA astronauts, because I guess once you
you don't really get to just
you get your astronaut wings when you get into space.
This
right?
isn't Blue Origin, guys. Yeah.